Welcome back to The Reset. I am Shaun Tucker, human performance scientist and authority architect. We are here in the living lab documenting the science, the struggle, and the shift for every high-performance dad and founder who is ready to bridge the gap between their ambition and their presence. I want to lead with the story today. For whatever reason, I know what the reason is, and I'll get to that in a second, was going through the push-up challenge. And for those of you who know or don't know, the push-up challenge ended on Friday. There was 3,307 push-ups to be completed over 24 days. I was going pretty well. I was keeping up because there's a daily target to hit every single day. It alternated. Sundays were rest days. And yeah, I had 1,878 push-ups to do on Friday. How was I going to do that? I made a promise to myself that I would go ahead and complete the challenge. It didn't matter how many reps I had to do. It wasn't about just doing the push-ups because I actually couldn't do all of those reps as push-ups. Even for the days where I was consistently keeping up, I was doing push-ups on my knees instead of on my toes because push-ups are hard, man. Like 3,307 push-ups in a few weeks, in 24 days. Like that's a lot of push-ups. And I did feel a little twinge or like kind of soreness on my left shoulder blade. So I didn't want to really risk getting an injury because functional movement or movement is really important to me. And I do my Sunday morning workouts with the dads as well. Anyway, I had 1,878 push-ups or reps to complete on Friday. I made the pact to myself that I was going to complete the challenge because as a team, as a Mulgrave Fitness Dads team, we raised $750 in total so far, and then the contributions can still come in. But as a team, we smashed our goal by $250. And yeah, I'm super happy about that. But coming back to the reps, that's a lot of reps to do in a day. I completed it over about 6 hours time. And I was mixing squats with push-ups, with dips on the bench or the chair. I was mixing in sit-ups, side crunches, like you name it. My body is pretty sore. And I got to say, as I was moving through the challenge, as I was moving through these reps, I kept our team up to date with how many reps I had to go. And like I said, it took about 6 hours to complete that many reps. I was just focused, task focused. And I'm not saying to do this, but when you've got something to do, something that's important to you, and you still haven't done it, well, get your ass to it because you got to finish it. So I'm really happy that I finished the challenge. My body is sore, but today I showed up for the Mulgrave Fit Dads workout and I felt stronger, right? I felt more energized. I felt overall pretty happy with myself. And that's 2 days after the challenge finished. That's 2 days after I completed the 1,878 reps. I didn't just do them in one long set. I staggered them. I was doing 20 reps here, 40 reps here, 50 reps here. But I got it done. Why is that important? Why is it important to actually finish what you start and complete what you start and set out to do? My goal was to hit the target, 3,307 reps across the 24 days. Did I hit it? Yes, I did. Did it go to the plan that I wanted to make along the way? The one that was set out for me? Nope. It didn't go to the plan that was set out for me. There was about 8 or 10 days that I consistently missed. I think I've mentioned before on this podcast, I went to a Chinese medicine doctor and they basically said that I was overtraining and that I needed to rest and recover. And the reason why I missed the days wasn't because I didn't want to do them. It wasn't because I was resting. It was actually more so to the point where it faded out of my mind of importance. And it come to the end of the day and I'd have like 200 reps to do on that day. I had already showered and then I realized, crap, I've got to do my reps. But did I panic and did I go ahead and do them? No. Because to me, what was more important at that moment was rest and recovery. And I'm glad that I did, because even doing 200 reps of push-ups staggered throughout the day might have ticked me over when I was in that state of, let's say, burnout or exhaustion, unable to rest and recover. I didn't follow the plan, but I trusted my own plan. I trusted my own process. And this is what happens when you're around people who also believe in you and also hold that standard within themselves. One of the dads in the group that we have, the WhatsApp group, he's like, come on boys, dig deep. There's a lot of you have got a lot of reps to go. Remember, this challenge is not about doing the push-ups. It's about preventing and raising the awareness for preventing male suicide. In Australia, that's how many people take their lives. 3,307 people take their lives every single year. That was the recorded number for 2024. That's a crazy amount of people that just take their lives willingly. Not factoring in the women, that's men by themselves. So it was important. I myself lost a friend, a male, when I was in year 10. I was 16 years old, and this boy was 14 or 15. He'd just broken up with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend went ahead and said, go and kill yourself. And what did he do? He went and killed himself. I really believe this challenge helped me really uncover and unpack that grief that I was still holding. Because grief is really just love with nowhere to go. Was I super close with this friend? No, but I knew him and I recognized him. I saw him for who he was. He was a sensitive kid. A sensitive young man took his own life because he felt that was the only option. And that's why I completed the challenge. That's why I did 1,878 reps on Friday. We do what's important to us. And what if it is important to you, make sure you carry through. Make sure you follow through. Because at the end of the day, it's easier to lose ourselves, similar like our brothers in arms who take their lives. So maybe it's a cry for help. Maybe it's a cry for awareness. Maybe it's just me expressing what is on my mind and what's on my heart. We can do better as men, as leaders, as brothers, as fathers. We can all do better. It's not about just showing everyone how good you are. It's not about showing people that you can do it and they can't. No, because what happens when you show that you can do it, it gives them permission and they can see that in themselves that they can do something hard. That brings us to the end of the reset today. If you found it valuable, share it with one person. Remember, most people wait for their life to change. We are the ones who architect our choices. Change your state, choose how you show up. I am Shaun Tucker. I will see you in the next one.